Welcome to Wisdom English Path. Have you ever felt that your English is stuck? You know the grammar, but you lack the confidence. Today, we change that. We are not just learning a language, we are growing our minds together. Many people study English for years, but never feel truly fluent. Why? Because they focus only on boring textbooks. But English is a living tool. It is the language of philosophy, leadership, and the world's greatest and most successful thinkers. When you improve your mind, your English follows naturally. This is the secret of our channel. We simplify the big ideas from history's greatest books into clear English. You learn to speak better while you also learn to live better. Imagine reading Marcus Aurelius or modern self-help experts in English. Imagine understanding complex ideas about happiness, success, and resilience. This process stretches your vocabulary and strengthens your character. It is a dual transformation that will change your life forever. In this video, we will explore the growth mindset. This concept will help you stop fearing mistakes. We will look at how your brain learns and why you are much more capable than you think you are right now. Our strategy is simple. We read together. I have prepared short, powerful segments for you. Each one is designed to teach you a lesson while you practice your pronunciation. We will move slowly, clearly, and with a deep purpose. Before we start, ask yourself a question. Why do I want to learn English? Is it for a job, for travel, or for your own personal growth? Hold that reason in your heart. It is the fuel for today. Remember, you do not need to be perfect to start. You just need to be curious. Wisdom starts with a question, and fluency starts with a single sentence. Let's build your confidence, one word and one idea at a time. Today, you are a student of life and a student of language. By the end of this video, you will have new words in your pocket and a new perspective in your mind. You are becoming a better version. Are you ready to transform your English and your life? Let's dive into our first lesson on the power of the mind. Open your ears, focus your heart, and let's grow together. Welcome to the journey of wisdom. Lesson 1. The power of yet. We begin with a profound concept from psychology. It is the power of a small word called yet. This word changes your brain's reaction to difficulty. It transforms a dead end into a path toward a new future. Think about your current English level. You might feel frustrated because you cannot express complex thoughts. You might feel that your vocabulary is too small. These feelings are normal, but they are also very dangerous if they become permanent. When you say, "I cannot do this," you are telling your brain to stop trying. You are closing a door on your potential. This is what researchers call a fixed mindset. You believe your intelligence is a static thing. Dr. Carol Dweck, a famous researcher at Stanford University, discovered something amazing. She studied how children reacted to difficult problems. Some children loved the challenge, while others felt like failures immediately. The difference was their mindset toward growth. The children who succeeded were the ones who understood that their brains could grow. They did not see a mistake as a sign of stupidity. They saw it as a puzzle to solve. They used the magic of yet. Imagine you are trying to learn the present perfect tense. It feels impossible. Instead of saying, "I do not know this," try saying, "I do not know this yet." Do you feel the difference? It changes your entire energy. Yet implies that the knowledge is coming. It suggests that you are currently on a journey. It acknowledges your current state while promising a better future. It is a word of hope, patience, and incredible psychological strength for every learner. Our brains are like muscles. When we lift heavy weights, the muscle fibers tear and grow back stronger. When we struggle with a new English word, our neurons are creating new connections. The struggle is actually the growth happening. If learning was easy, your brain would not need to change. The difficulty is not a sign that you are failing. It is a sign that you are evolving. Every mistake is a signal that your brain is expanding. This lesson is about more than just language. It is about how you face every challenge in your life, whether it is a new job, a difficult relationship, or a health goal. Yet is your most powerful internal tool. Let's look at the philosophy behind this. Stoic philosophers believe that we cannot control external events, but we can control our perspective. Using yet is a form of mental control. You choose to see growth instead of failure. Mastery is not a destination that you reach overnight. It is a long road of small improvements. When you add yet to your sentences, you are giving yourself permission to be a beginner. You are accepting the learning process. Why is being a beginner so hard for adults? We want to be perfect immediately. We are afraid of looking foolish in front of others. This fear kills our progress. Yet, removes the shame of not knowing everything right now. Consider the world's greatest English speakers. They were not born with perfect fluency. They all had a first day where they knew nothing. They all struggled with pronunciation. They simply refused to stop before they reached their goals. The power of yet is also about self-compassion. Be kind to yourself as you learn. If you can't hear the difference between two sounds, don't worry. You just haven't trained your ears enough yet. The skill will surely come. Every time you feel like giving up, remember the bridge. On one side is your current self. On the other side is the fluent person you want to become. Yet is the bridge that connects these two different versions. Let us practice this mental shift together. I will give you a negative thought, and we will fix it. I am not good at speaking. Now add the word. I am not good at speaking English yet. It feels better. I can't understand movies without subtitles. Now, change it. I can't understand movies without subtitles yet. This simple addition creates a vision of a future where you can watch movies easily. It gives you a reason to keep watching. This mindset creates what scientists call neuroplasticity. This is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Your brain is literally changing shape as you read these words and believe in your own growth. High achievers in every field use this secret. They don't see limits. They see current boundaries that will eventually move. They are comfortable with the not knowing because they know that knowing is just a matter of time and effort. As you move through this week, listen to your internal voice. When you hear a cannot or a never, stop immediately. Insert the word yet. Make it a habit. This habit will accelerate your English learning more than any book. You are building a hub of wisdom in your own mind. You are combining the beauty of the English language with the strength of a powerful philosophy. This is the most effective way to learn. It gives you purpose. Think of a tree. It does not become a giant overnight. It grows slowly, through rain and wind. It is not a tall tree yet, but it is growing every single day. You are that tree. Your roots are deepening. We are reaching the end of our first lesson. I want you to feel proud of yourself. You are here, you are learning, and you are expanding your horizons. You are not a master yet, but you are a traveler. Lesson 2. The power of small wins. Welcome back to Lesson 2. Our current focus is the secret of consistency. We often think that big success requires big actions, but the truth is much simpler. Greatness is actually the result of many very small wins every day. Think about a drop of water hitting a rock. One drop does nothing, but thousands of drops over time can carve a canyon through the stone. Your English practice works the same way. Small efforts create a massive long-term impact. Many students fail because they try to study for 5 hours once a week. They get tired and lose motivation. It is much better to study for 15 minutes every single day. This builds a habit that becomes completely automatic. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, says that if you get 1% better each day, you will be 37 times better by the year's end. Imagine your English being 37 times better than it is today. This is the philosophy of Kaizen. It is a Japanese word that means continuous improvement. It teaches us to focus on the process, not just the result. When you enjoy the small steps, the big goal takes care itself. What does a small win look like in English? It could be learning one new phrasal verb. It could be understanding one sentence in a podcast. It could be writing a single comment on a video like this one. These small actions might feel insignificant in the moment. You might think, I only learned one word today. That is not enough. But you are wrong. That one word is a victory. It is a brick in your wall. When you celebrate small wins, your brain releases dopamine. This is a chemical that makes you feel good and motivated. By focusing on small goals, you train your brain to enjoy the process of learning English every single day. Don't wait until you are fluent to feel proud of yourself. Fluency is a long way off. If you wait, you will burn out. Feel proud today because you showed up. Feel proud because you opened this specific video. Most people quit when they don't see immediate results. They want to speak like a native speaker after 1 month. When that doesn't happen, they think they are not talented. But talent is mostly just staying power and consistency. Consistency is more important than intensity. You do not need to be a genius to master English. You just need to be someone who does not stop. Small wins are the fuel that keeps your mental engine running smoothly. Let's look at the lives of successful people. They all have daily routines. They don't do extraordinary things every day. They do ordinary things with extraordinary consistency. They understand that the boring work is actually where the magic happens. How can you apply this today? Choose one tiny thing you can do every day. Maybe it is listening to one English song. Maybe it is reading one page of a book. Make it so easy that you cannot fail. When you make a goal too big, your brain feels fear. Fear leads to procrastination. But when a goal is tiny, your brain says, I can do that easily. This is how you trick your mind into becoming successful. Every time you complete a small task, you are voting for the person you want to become. You are telling yourself, I am a learner. I am a person who improves. This identity is more important than the knowledge. In the beginning, progress is invisible. Think of a bamboo tree. It grows underground for 5 years, building a strong root system. Then, in just 6 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Your English is currently building its roots. Do not be discouraged by the silence of the beginning. Just because you don't see the growth doesn't mean it isn't happening. Every minute you spend immersed in English is nourishing your mind. Trust the silence. Trust the process. Wisdom tells us that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But we often forget that the journey is maintained by many single steps. Each step is a small win. Each step deserves your respect. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Some people have been practicing for years. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. If you are slightly better today, you have already won the game. Let's practice a small win right now. Take a deep breath. You have already finished more than half of this lesson. That is a success. You are focusing your mind and practicing your reading. You are doing great. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. You might want to watch a movie in your native language now, but you want English fluency most. A small win is choosing 5 minutes of English. As you build these small habits, you will notice something beautiful. English will start to feel less like work and more like a part of who you are. The struggle will turn into a flow. This is mastery. Remember the rule of 1%. You don't need to change your whole life today. You just need to win the next 10 minutes. Pick up your pen, open your notebook, listen to the sounds. One small step. We are closing lesson 2. I hope you feel encouraged. You don't need to be a giant to move mountains. You just need to keep moving small stones every single day. Eventually, the entire mountain will be gone. Lesson 3. Embrace your mistakes. Welcome to Lesson 3. At this point, we discuss something most people fear: mistakes. In school, mistakes are often punished. But in life and language learning, mistakes are your greatest teachers. Without them, there is no real progress or true improvement. Many students stop speaking because they are afraid of making an error. They wait for perfection. But perfection is a trap. If you wait for perfection, you will never start. Growth requires the courage to be imperfect in public. Think about a small child learning to walk. Does the child feel ashamed when they fall down? No. They just get up and try again. They do not think, "Walking is not for me." Falling is part of learning. Speaking a new language is like training a muscle. You must push the muscle until it feels tired. In English, you must push your brain until it makes an error. That error shows you exactly where you need growth. Successful scientists view mistakes simply as data. When an experiment fails, they do not cry. They say, "Now I know what does not work." Treat your English the same way. An incorrect verb is just data for next time. Why do we fear mistakes so much? We are afraid of being judged. We think people will laugh at us. But the truth is, most people are too busy worrying about their own mistakes to notice yours. They admire courage. Always remember the main goal of language. It is communication, not perfection. If you order a coffee and receive a coffee, you have succeeded. It does not matter if your grammar was 100% correct. You achieved your specific purpose. Fluency has a price. That price is sounding like a beginner for a long time. You cannot buy fluency with money. You can only buy it with the willingness to sound silly while you are practicing your new skills. Making a mistake and noticing it is a sign of high intelligence. It means your brain is starting to understand the rules. Be happy when you catch yourself making an error. It means your internal editor is finally working. The Stoic philosophers taught that obstacles are the way. The mistake is not in your path. The mistake is the path. By overcoming the error, you become a stronger and much more confident speaker of the English language today. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every person you admire for their English has made thousands of mistakes. They simply made those mistakes faster than you. They refused to stop or quit. Many learners stay in their safe zone. They only use words they know perfectly. This feels comfortable, but it prevents growth. To improve, you must step into the danger zone where mistakes are very likely to happen often. When you make a mistake and survive, you build resilience. You realize that the world did not end. This builds a deep confidence that no textbook can give you. You become unafraid of any social or professional situation. There is a special kind of beauty in vulnerability. When you try to speak a language poorly, you show people your heart. You show them that you are a learner. This often creates a deeper and better human connection. Try this today. Intentionally make a small mistake. Say something slightly wrong, and see what happens. You will find that people still understand you. The fear will lose its power over you. You will finally feel truly free. In the beginning, focus on quantity. Speak as much as possible. Do not worry about the quality of every sentence. The more you speak, the more mistakes you make, and the faster you will eventually reach a high quality. We all have an inner critic that says, "You sound stupid." Silence that voice. Replace it with the voice of a mentor. Say to yourself, "I am practicing. This mistake is proof that I am working very hard." When people correct you, say thank you. They are giving you a free lesson. Do not feel embarrassed. Feel grateful. Every correction is a shortcut to your goal. It is a gift of knowledge from another human being. Shift your mindset from performing to learning. If you are performing, mistakes are bad. If you are learning, mistakes are essential. You are a student, not a performer. Give yourself the freedom to explore, play, and fail daily. Think of a musician practicing. They play the wrong notes many times before the concert. They do not quit the piano because of a wrong note. They play it again. Your English is your music. Keep playing your song. Even native speakers make mistakes every day. Language is always changing and evolving. Do not hold yourself to a standard that even natives do not meet. Focus on being clear and being kind. That is the highest fluency. Confidence is not something you have before you start. Confidence is something you earn after you survive your mistakes. The more you fail and get back up, the more confident you will naturally feel in your own abilities. Wisdom English Path is about more than just words. It is about the wisdom to accept reality. The reality is that learning is messy. Embrace the mess. It is where the most beautiful growth always happens for us. Let us summarize. Mistakes are data. Perfection is a trap. Communication is the goal. And you are very brave for trying. Carry these truths with you. They will protect you from frustration and keep you moving forward always. Lesson 4. Input precedes output. Welcome to Lesson 4. This time we explore a fundamental law of nature. Input precedes output. Before a tree can produce fruit, it must absorb water and sunlight. Before you can speak English fluently, you must listen to it deeply. Think of your mind as a glass. If you want to pour out water, you must first pour water in. Speaking is the act of pouring out. Listening is the act of filling up your mental glass with words. Many learners feel frustrated because they cannot speak well yet, but the reason is often simple. They have not listened enough. You cannot give what you do not have. To speak more, you must first consume more high-quality English. In the world of philosophy, we are taught to observe before we act. In language, we must observe how words live and breathe in sentences. This is called comprehensible input. It means listening to things you mostly understand right now. When you listen to English that is just a little bit difficult, your brain is working. It is mapping the rhythm, the sounds, and the grammar. You are learning without even trying. This is how you learned your first language. There are two types of input, passive and active. Passive input is like background music. It is good, but it is not enough. Active input is when you focus entirely on the meaning and the structure of what you hear. Wisdom teaches us that focus is our most valuable resource. When you listen actively, you are not just hearing sounds. You are building a library in your mind. Every sentence you understand becomes a book on your mental shelf. Do not worry if you cannot speak like a native speaker today. Your output is a reflection of your input. If you fill your mind with wisdom and clear language, your speech will eventually become wise and very clear. We live in a noisy world. We are always distracted. But to master a language, you need moments of deep silence and focus. Find 30 minutes every day to immerse yourself in English. Turn off your phone and just listen. You do not need to live in London or New York to learn English. You can create an English island in your own home. Use podcasts, videos, and audiobooks to surround yourself with the sounds of your target language. The silent period is a real stage in language learning. It is the time when you are absorbing everything but saying very little. Do not be afraid of this silence. It is the time when your roots are growing deep. If you force yourself to speak too early, you might feel stressed. Stress blocks learning. But if you focus on understanding first, speaking will happen naturally. It will feel like a cup that is finally overflowing with water. What kind of input should you choose? Choose things that inspire you. If you love philosophy, listen to philosophy in English. If you love science, listen to science. When the topic is interesting, your brain remembers the words faster. Repetition is the mother of all skill. Do not just listen to a lesson once. Listen to it 5 times. Each time, your brain will catch a new detail. Repetition turns short-term memory into long-term mastery and deep internal wisdom. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This is the perfect advice for every person trying to learn a second language. When you listen, do not just focus on individual words. Focus on the music of the language. Listen to the rise and fall of the voice. This is called prosody. It is the secret to sounding natural and very confident. Input is not just about quantity. It is about quality. Avoid slang or low-quality content in the beginning. Fill your mind with the best ideas and the clearest voices. You are what you consume. Choose your English input carefully. Think of a professional athlete. They watch hours of video of other players before they enter the game. They are feeding their brains with patterns. You are an English athlete. You are studying the patterns of the English language. Be patient with your brain. It is an amazing machine, but it needs time to process everything. If you listen to English today, your brain will continue to organize that information while you are sleeping tonight. Trust your biology. Every hour of listening is an investment in your future. You might not see the result today, but the interest is growing. One day, you will open your mouth and a perfect sentence will come out effortlessly. This is the aha moment every learner waits for. It happens when your input finally matches your output. Suddenly, you don't have to translate in your head. You just think and speak. This is the goal of our hub. Let's practice right now. You are listening to these words. You are reading them. This is high-quality input. You are feeding your mind with growth and vocabulary at the same time. You are already doing the hard work successfully. Make it a goal to be a professional listener. When someone speaks English, listen to their soul, not just their grammar. Understand their message. This empathy will make you a better communicator and a much wiser human being. We are finishing Lesson 4. Remember, fill the glass, feed the roots, and trust the process. Your output will come when the time is right. Do not rush the fruit. Just keep watering the tree every single day. Lesson 5. Identity. Think like a speaker. Welcome to Lesson 5. Together, we are going to discuss the most powerful shift you can make. It is not about what you do, but who you are. To master English, you must change your identity from a student to a speaker. Most people say, "I am trying to learn English." This implies that English is something outside of you. It feels like a chore or a difficult task. This mindset creates a wall between you and the language you love. Instead, start saying, "I am an English speaker." Even if you only know 10 words, you are using them to speak. When you change your "I am," you change your reality. Your brain begins to act according to your identity. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, says that true behavior change is identity change. You might start a habit because of motivation, but you only stick to it because it becomes part of who you are. You must believe. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." If you read in English every day, you are a reader. If you listen every day, you are a listener. You do not need a certificate to claim this identity today. Listen to your thoughts. Do you tell yourself, "English is hard for me"? This is a negative identity. It acts like a cage. You must break this cage by choosing new, empowering words to describe your relationship with the language. A speaker does not just translate. A speaker attempts to think. Start by naming the objects around you in English. This is a chair. This is a window. This small habit moves English from your books into your daily life. Change your phone's language to English right now. This is a bold move for your identity. It tells your brain that English is not a subject in school. It is the operating system of your daily life and modern world. People wait for fluency to feel confident. But confidence comes first. When you accept the identity of a speaker, you stop apologizing for your level. You speak with what you have, and you do it with a sense of pride. The Stoics believed that your character is your destiny. If you cultivate the character of a lifelong learner, you cannot fail. You are not waiting for a result. You are enjoying the person you are becoming through this process. Identity is built through immersion. Surround yourself with the things a speaker would use. Read English news. Follow English-speaking creators. Make your digital environment reflect the person you want to be. This makes the transition feel natural and very easy. When you identify as a learner, you translate. When you identify as a speaker, you connect. Focus on the message. If you don't know a word, describe it. This is what speakers do. They find a way to communicate always. I am are the two most powerful words in the world. Whatever you put after them becomes your truth. Stop saying, I am bad at English. Start saying, I am improving every day. This is your new, powerful mental reality. You don't study English for an hour. You live in English for an hour. This shift in vocabulary changes how you feel. It removes the pressure and replaces it with a sense of adventure and a deep, healthy curiosity. Learning a language is also about adopting a new culture. You are expanding your soul. You are not losing your original identity. You are adding a new, global layer to it. You are becoming a true citizen of the world. Every time you finish a video on Wisdom English Path, say to yourself, that is what an English speaker does. Each small action is evidence for your new identity. You are building a case for your own future success. Look in the mirror and say, I can communicate my ideas in English. Say it until you believe it. Your external reality will eventually catch up to your internal belief. This is the law of mental focus and growth. When you have a strong identity, the judgment of others does not hurt. If someone corrects you, it is just feedback for your craft. You are an artist of language, and every artist needs to refine their work constantly. Identity is not a sprint. It is a marathon. You are building a lifelong relationship with English. Treat it like a friend, not an enemy. You don't fight with a friend. You spend time together and you grow together. You have the power to choose who you want to be today. You are not tied to your past failures. Today is a clean slate. Today, you choose the identity of a confident, capable, and wise English speaker. Let's practice this identity shift. Read this aloud. English is part of my life. I speak, I listen, and I understand. I am not just a student. I am a practitioner of the English language. This is who I am. Why do you brush your teeth? Because you are a person who values hygiene. Why do you practice English? Because you are a person who values growth. When practice is part of your identity, you never need motivation again. We are moving from the how to the who. The grammar is the how. The wisdom is the who. As you master your mind, you master the language. They are two sides of the same golden and precious coin. To summarize, Lesson 5. Change your I am. Act as if you are already fluent. Change your environment, and remember that your identity is your choice. You are a speaker. Believe it, live it, and you will achieve. Thank you for joining Lesson 5 at Wisdom English Path. You are doing amazing work. Keep this new identity in your heart as you go through your day. Now, I want to hear from you. Which idea from today's lesson touched your heart the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below using the new English words you learned today. Your voice is a vital part of our community. If this video helped you grow your mind and your English, please subscribe to Wisdom English Path. Share this lesson with a friend who needs a boost of wisdom. Together, we are building a global community of brave, lifelong learners. Thank you for spending your precious time with me today. Remember, Your English journey is a reflection of your personal growth. Keep practicing, keep believing, and keep growing. I will see you in the next lesson. Stay wise and curious.